Hello everyone, Nick here for the Razor Company. Today I'm going to be showing you step by step how I build a really big, thick, luxurious lather for shaving on my face. This was a happy accident. I came about this on accident. I've been shaving for about 9.5 months now, traditional wet shaving for 9.5 months, and I thought I was building my lather right, and then I tried to do something different because I was going to shave in a different way, and by accident I figured out how to build this great luxurious lather. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I do it. You're going to see me do it step by step, and I'm going to tell you how I came about this, why it happened. So hey, stick around. Hey, welcome back everyone. So good to be here with you guys. So happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Hey, so yeah, I wanted to explain to you how I built a big, thick, luxurious lather by accident. Like I said, I have been shaving for about 9 months, a little over 9 months, and I thought I was building my lather right. I was building my lather great. I was shaving with it. I had great slickness, cushion. The lather was really big and thick, but I didn't know that you could make it better. I talked in one of my videos how people were struggling with the Perasso products, that they were not slick, and I talked about how, they were probably they had hard water where they were at, and you could boil your hard water to get the minerals out. I think it's magnesium and calcium that's really heavy in there, and those deposits make it hard water. It really does affect your lather. So this is what I started doing. I've been shaving for a little over 9 months, and I thought, you know what? I want to shave with the Shavette. I got it backwards. You can't even see it. This is the Parker adjustable. So this is a Shavette. It's beautiful. It's stainless steel and it's adjustable. You're like, how is it adjustable? It doesn't have a dial or anything on it. So it has these inserts here, and these inserts is what adjusts it. So this one is a medium, or this one's a low here, and then it has the medium, and then it has, what is this one? This one has the high. I thought it said efficient, but it says high. So that moves the blade up and down. More aggression, less aggression, more efficient, less efficient. But I use the low one, and I'm doing it off camera here. I'm supposed to show you guys. So you just insert it right here, and you could see the blade exposure there. And those different inserts, it just moves the blade higher and higher and higher, more efficient. And so I wanted to start shaving with one of these, and I was like, so you have to have a thinner lather, right? So that's what I thought. I was like, I seen a lot of videos on YouTube. I researched it, and the guys were saying, yeah, thin out your lather a little more. And that's where I found out how to make a huge, luxurious lather. I was putting so much water on my face. And with that being said, I was using distilled water, and now I only use distilled water. I don't have hard water here where I live, but I noticed when I use distilled water, it makes all the difference, a huge difference. If you don't have distilled water or you can't get distilled water, just boil your water. You'll boil those minerals right out of it. Even if you have hard water, you're going to clean it up and you're going to make it a lot better for shaving. But yeah, distilled water makes all the difference. So it does make a big difference on a molecular level, right? On a cellular level, under a microscope you can see it. With your naked eye you can't see it, but man, can you feel it on your face, and you're like, huh, that's interesting. It really does work. But yeah, it really makes a big difference. So I thought, okay, I'm going to build this lather on my face. I'm just going to continue to add water and add water and add water. And the more water I added, the bigger, more luxurious. It's almost like I couldn't thin it out, right? And I use this little sprayer right here, or a little mister, water mister, whatever you want to call it. I just call it a sprayer. I've called it a mister before, but it is what it is, right? So I have distilled water in here, and I use this, and I spray down my face, and I just try building the lather. It does take me a while to build a lather, but it's amazing. I have never built a lather and shaved with the Shavette the 3 times that I've shaved with it, right? I'm over here talking like I've experienced with a Shavette, and I've only done it like 3 times. 3 times, yeah. And but yeah, I just kept spraying it, trying to thin it out, and it wouldn't thin out, but it did build a big, giant, luxurious lather. And I'll show you how I figured out by my research how it's ready. Like when it's ready for, let's say, I don't have one with me right now, but for a double-edged safety razor, I'll show you how I noticed that it's ready for the safety razor, and then I'll go a little bit longer. So this, I'm really slow with the Shavette because you got to take your time, especially beginners like me that really don't have experience shaving with them. So for the sake of you guys in the video, for it not to be an hour long, 45 minutes long, let's go over what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using, of course, the Parker adjustable Shavette here. I am going to be using Ariana and Evans Barbiere Classico in the Ultima base. This is really good stuff. This barbershop scent is super good. I never heard anybody say that they're not sure about the scent. Everybody loves it, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, it is a beautiful barbershop scent, but there's something else going on. It is a classic barbershop scent, but it also has notes like a cologne scent to it. It smells really, really good. Not just the barbershop scent, but like you're wearing a cologne. This stuff is super, super good. This is just the cap because I got it blooming right now. And I do have the aftershave splash, the matching aftershave splash. I am going to be using the Glacial Unscented pre-shave by Stirling Company. And I have it, let me get it proper here for you guys because I have it soaking in the water. I have my Muhle badger brush here. It's soaking. This is the Birch handle here. This is a beautiful, beautiful brush. Believe it or not, this is going to be the first time me using this brush. I've had it in the fridge for 48 hours now. I'm soaking, so I haven't broken it in. I haven't done anything. I just grabbed it, rinsed it out, put it in hot water here, and I'm going to be using it for the first time. I expect it to perform spectacular. I don't expect any issues with it. And like I said, I have the soap here blooming in water. I'm going to get my face wet, and we're going to get this going, and I'm going to show you how I build that big, giant, luxurious lather. And hopefully it doesn't take too long because I've never tried recording it to show somebody. I'm just doing it by myself here, running experiments. And it takes me a long time, actually. To shave with the Shavette takes me a really long time. To build the lather, it takes me quite a bit, but I'll try to get it done as quick as possible. That way we don't have a really, really long video here. Get my face wet. Gonna get this pre-shave on my face. And all these products, besides the shave soap and the aftershave splash, you can find at the razor company. Don't quote me on that. You might be able to find this soap and splash on the razor company. I didn't go look to see if it was there, but I know the razor company does carry some A&E products there. I don't know if they have this scent soap on there. Maybe they do. But all the other products I'm using, I actually, not only do they offer them, I actually got them from the razor company, the rest of the stuff that I'm using here. So we'll get this pre-shave on my face here. Work it in a little bit. So I'll tell you guys now, and then I'll show you when I'm in the process of doing it, how I tell that I built a lather that's proper and ready for shaving is I will put the brush up against my face and I will make peaks. And when them peaks start to drop, then I know that it's ready to go. It's perfectly hydrated. It's going to perform its best right there. But I didn't stop there because I'm shaving with a Shavette. And the reason for that is because all the videos I watched and the research I found says, hey, thin it out a little more. What you have that's good enough for shaving with a safety razor, thin it out a little bit if you're going with a Shavette or a straight razor. So that's what I tried doing. I tried thinning it out, and man, it just got better and better. And I'm like, I just want to share what I've learned here. And like I said, I've only been shaving for like a little over 9 months. So there's probably people out there that already know, I don't know, so it's exciting to me. I'm like, this is so cool, this is awesome. So I'm going to shake this brush out a little bit. And this was blooming. I just drained the water that was blooming this soap. So I'm just going to get back here. I guess I should have timed it, huh? Because you really don't need much time on this. Especially this badger brush. It really feels like it's picking up this soap. really quick. So anyway, that's good enough. I didn't time it, but that's good enough. And I usually use shave oil, but I just figured, you know, I have the, look at how thick that is already. That's crazy. I usually use shave oil by Leaf as a pre-shave. And I put a lot on my face. Because I seen a barber do that to somebody. He was going to give him a straight razor shave, and he put tons of oil on his face. I don't know if it was pre-shave oil or if it was shave oil, but I know he put a lot of oil on that gentleman's face, and I was like, hey, I'm going to start doing that. But I figure I have the Stirling pre-shave here, so I'm going to use it. So what I'll do is I'll try to break the backbone. I noticed on some of these Badger brushes, they're so soft and so luxurious. They really don't have much backbone. They're just built different, right? They don't have much backbone, but they are very luxurious, very soft, and they're very, even though there's no backbone, just, what am I trying to say? Just the way they feel and just the way they are, because of the fibers of the hair, they're still probably like the best brushes that you can use to build a lather, because the way they exfoliate your face, the way they get the soap under your whiskers, they really don't need a massive, thought I seen a hair somewhere, a massive hard backbone to do that. They're so good they could do that with being as soft as they are. So got that there a little bit. There's a lot of soap, and might not look like it now, but this is going to blow up. I usually don't have this much on my face to begin with. So distilled water in my sprayer. I'm just going to keep going here. And the more this soap blooms, the less pressure I'm going to put on my face. And I'll show you why as soon as it really starts coming together here. So I'm just going to enjoy this process here. I didn't even show you. I'm sorry. I didn't even show you guys. I got 2 days of growth. And I've shaved with the Shavette 3 times. So let's hope this doesn't become a bloodbath. I shouldn't even say that. Shouldn't even jinx myself. But nah, it'll be fine. We'll just be careful, right? You just got to be careful. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to your angles. I know that when you first start shaving with a straight razor or a Shavette, that you should only do certain parts of your face. Call it quits. Like, for example, just do your cheeks. Walk away. Do the rest with the safety razor, because there's nobody in here with you judging you, making sure, hey, get this area, get that area. You have to do what feels comfortable for you and what feels safe for you, right? And so that's the general advice somebody would get, is to just start with your cheeks and then little by little move on to other spots. And I did everything backwards. I didn't do that. I started shaving with the Shavette, and then I started shaving with the Shavette, and I just shaved my whole face. And yeah, I didn't get a good shave at all. And I did it the second time, and I did the same thing. Shaved my whole face. And then I started watching more videos, and I came across J-Mac from, I believe his YouTube channel is the Red Island Shaver, and he also hosts the Canadian Mafia Show on Instagram. That gentleman is an awesome gentleman. He is just so full of advice, and he just has no secrets that he keeps to himself. He'll give you all of his knowledge. I had commented on one of his videos. He got back to me like right away. It was a video that was like 4 years old, you know, and I commented on it, and boom, instantly. And I was like, whoa, that's awesome. And yeah, so he says that you should probably start shaving, if you're going to do a single blade, with a straight razor instead of a Shavette, because he says that a Shavette takes a blade that is a machine sharpened blade. So he says it's super, super sharp, and you don't want to start off with that to begin with. And I was like, whoops, I already started with the Shavette. I said, well, maybe because it's sharper and harder to shave with a Shavette than a straight razor, when I do pull the trigger and get a straight razor, maybe it'll just be easier for me. And all he said was, congratulations. He's just so happy that I went to a Shavette. I'm not going to shave with the Shavette permanently. There's no way I could do that. I've invested so much in straight razors, and most people, I would say, shave with the safety razor. Most or the majority of traditional wet shavers will shave with a safety razor. So if I feel like if I just strictly stick to a straight razor or a Shavette, then that eliminates a lot of people that would be interested in what I'm reviewing as far as hardware. So it's starting to build up a little bit here, so I'm going to keep adding water. And this is why I don't like to push on my face when it starts to pop, is because I will push this into my ears to the bottom of my neck, and I'm basically pushing it off my face. And I don't know if you've seen that little ball down here that I just wiped on my face. You're going to push the soap off of the brush. You're going to push it to the sides of your face. And yeah, you're still exfoliating your whiskers in your face at this point, but you're just pushing it away, and then you're just going to have to put it right back on your face. And I'm going to push it off my face just so I can show you what I'm talking about. You can see where it's building up right here. It's getting pushed to the edges of my face and my ear. And it's okay right now because there's not much, but this, oh yeah, there's that hair I seen. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there it is. So now it's starting to spread to places on my neck. Like I don't shave way down here. So that's what'll happen, is it'll just start spreading to areas of your face that you don't shave. And I mean, like, you could do what I did and just put it back, but if you could avoid just getting it in that area anyway, because it's kind of hard. It takes practice. It's kind of hard because it's on your face and you're exfoliating your face and it's going to get pushed. So I'll add some water here, and then very lightly, but still feeling the bristles exfoliating my beard. You see, I'm not pushing down like this anymore. And look at that soap. Look at how much is on here. It's just crazy. So very gently, very lightly, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm really actually not exfoliating my whiskers. Whoa, almost lost that. Almost not exfoliating my whiskers anymore or my face. I'm basically just working the lather now. My concentration is on the lather, not my face and whiskers anymore. And I think I loaded this brush for way too long. And I don't usually do my mustache area every single time I go by, because I'll just end up pushing it in my nose. And so for it not to dry up here every once in a while, and I don't know how many passes, oh, there it goes. It's starting to fall everywhere. I'll come over and I'll just do this number, just to make sure it's not drying on the top of my mustache area. And just very gently, I will just continue. And you can't help but push it to the sides of your face. That's just what's going to happen, right? But you don't want to push it with all the pressure and just make it go that way. And you just keep going, and keep adding water, and it'll just keep getting better and better. And you are going to drop it. It is going to fall off your face. It is going to fall off the brush. You are going to lose some product. But I mean, seriously, look at my face and look at the brush. You don't have to worry about losing a little drop here and there, you know. I'm going to put more water here on my face. And then gently work the lather, not your face. Just work the lather here. And it is blowing up. And it's just going to continue to do this. It's just going to continue to get better and better. There it goes. It's falling all over the place here. But and then I will go this way, and then I will go that way. And I just feel like that's the best practice because our beards don't grow perfect in one direction. If yours does, I'm super jealous. And you are probably a super handsome man because all your beard grows in one direction. And that's just awesome. I have a friend named Eric, and his beard grows so thick. It actually grows on his face thicker than any head I've ever seen. And we were at a restaurant eating one time, and believe it or not, a little kid walked up to him. The kid must have been maybe, I mean, he's just a child. He's probably maybe 14, 15 years old, you know? And he walks up to my buddy Eric and he says, "Hey, bud, that beard is righteous." That was pretty neat. I told Eric, I was like, "You do have an awesome beard, man. It is the craziest, thickest beard I've ever seen." And yeah, he was a good looking fella, and all of his hairs grew in one direction down. And I asked him, I said, "Have you ever shaved the beard, or have you always had that beard?" Because I've always known him to have the beard. And he said, "No, when I was in high school, I used to shave." And I said, did you have different techniques to get your beard, you know, because like ours, like mine grows in a circle right here. And he said, no. He said, "No, my beard has always grown in just one direction." And I was like, that's amazing. That's crazy. No wonder why it looks so nice. And you are getting compliments on it. Another hit of water here with this. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about it being ready. Because I think it feels like it's probably ready for a razor, for a double-edged safety razor here. And so this is how I could tell. I will go like this. And see that peak? See how that peak is falling right there? That peak is going to fall. It's going to droop down. There it goes. That is completely ready to go. For a double-edged safety razor, that is completely ready to go. And that's what I was trying to experiment. That's what I was doing. And I said, okay, so it's ready to go. I'm going to keep adding water. I'm going to try to thin this out. And at this point, when it's ready, it's going to fall off my brush. There we go. At this point, oh, it's going to fall off my brush. At this point, when it's ready to go, and you think, okay, let's go for it, just keep going. Just keep going. Especially if you're going to do a double-edged safety razor, then by all means, go ahead and start shaving. But if you're going to use a Shavette or a straight razor, keep hydrating it. Keep thinning it out. And that's funny that I say that, keep thinning it out, because it doesn't thin out, man. It gets thicker and thicker, but I believe the performance gets better and better. And this is coming from somebody that has no experience with the straight edge or a Shavette. This is actually going to be my 4th time shaving with this Shavette. Oh, look at, I just got this big old giant clump of soap right there. Put it back on my brush. But for the video's sake, I'm just going to stop right there. But that's what I do, is I just keep going. I just keep going, and it'll just keep popping. It'll keep building. It'll keep getting better. I have a crazy amount of soap on my face, and look at the brush. It will keep going. But that is how I figured out how to build a huge, giant, luxurious lather. Is I just kept going. I just kept going. And we're already over 20 minutes into this video, so I'm going to go ahead and start the shave here. Because I'm not very fast at this. Because I've just started, but I am going to... Oh, I don't have sideburns anymore. I got a haircut. So I'm just going to dip it in water just to get it wet. Make sure my hands are nice and dry. And then I am going to stretch my skin. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to stretch my skin. I'm going to make sure my angle is correct. I'm going to start out flat. And then I will adjust my angle until I start shaving. Get that off my face. And then, oh, I forgot my little rag here. So I usually don't dip this in the water to rinse it off. I'll just wipe it off on a rag. And so J-Mac also gave me the advice of, well, he gave everybody the advice on his video, is not to use your wrist, to use your elbow and your arm and your shoulder. You want to move the whole thing. Get your angle once it starts. Once it starts cutting, just go ahead and start moving your arm down then. I was going to say very light pressure, but actually no pressure. Get this soap off of my neck here. Get my razor wiped off. And I'm just going to go ahead and stretch my neck here. I'm not sure, but I think I can tell the difference of where I just used oil, shave oil, and then I used the pre-shave by Stirling. It feels like there's a little bit of a difference there. So next time I do this, I will probably use the shave oil again. This is how I'm grabbing my Shavette. 2 fingers here, 2 fingers back here, my thumb back here on the grip. You can see it's grooved right here where I grip it. So I'll come down here, stretch my neck. Very gently, just let the razor do its job. Get my mustache area here. Nice and light. Just be very conscious of your angles of your face, the contours of your face. All right, now we're going to get this side going here. I got soap all over my hand. Soap dropped on my hand. Get my hand rinsed off here. And get it dried off. We're going to keep going here. If anyone's out there watching and you have any more advice for me, let me know. Whatever makes it easier. Because to be honest with you, I find this very intimidating. Like super intimidating. Like you have no excuse me, you have no bar like you do on a safety razor. You have no bar in front of the blade to protect you, right? It's just the blade right on your skin. I find it very intimidating. You just have to recognize that you're in control. And you have to take your time and just pay attention. Okay, right here, I'll grab my skin and stretch it. Okay, I'll wipe my, and this is what I'm using. I'm using this towel right here where I'm just wiping it off. I don't want to dip it because, well, this head here is hollow where the insert goes in. I just figure that's going to trap water in there. Even though, excuse me, even though when I'm done, I completely take it apart. I completely rinse it out. I actually blow it out and dry it, but still, I don't like dipping it. Get my mustache area there. I did dip it to begin with, though, just to give it a little bit of lubrication. I don't know if that helps. It mentally helps me, but I don't know if that really helps. So I'm going to just wet my face a little bit here. And when I went with the grain there, that feels so smooth, really smooth, but I got a whole bunch coming up against the grain. So I'm going to go do one more pass against the grain. And I have so much soap on this. Look at that. Look at all that soap on there. That is just an insane amount of soap on here. But if you guys are just starting off with the Shavette, I would say stop there and just finish off with a safety razor. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, there's nobody in here with you judging you, making sure, you know, you're going to pass the test. It's just you. You do what you feel is safe. Me, I'm stubborn, so I just shave my whole face. And to be honest with you, the very first time I shaved with the Shavette, I cut myself pretty good. I cut myself on my cheek right here because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not used to it. So I was coming to start and I ran the Shavette across my cheek and I slit myself. And I was coming, when I was doing my mustache, the second time I cut myself was the second time that I shaved with the Shavette. I had it like this, and I was coming down like this, and I was shaving my mustache, and I don't know if just muscle memory, I thought I had a safety razor. Instead of coming down, I went like that, and I freaking sliced myself right there again, and oh man, so yeah, it's been something. I'm going to dip it one more time just to get it hydrated, just to start. Yeah, it's going to happen. Just be careful. You cut yourself and you're going to start paying attention more and more. So I'm going to stretch my skin right here and I'm going to hold it like this. That's what's comfortable for me. I'm going to hold it like that and I'm going to go against the grain. Stretch my skin. Wipe my razor off. I'll come down here, stretch my skin. I'm just going to keep going. So I'll put my finger right in here and I'll stretch my chin. Just like that. And I didn't know the importance of stretching your skin until I started shaving like this. And yeah, it's super, super important. Makes it so much easier. It feels a little more scarier, but once you get going, it actually makes it so much easier. And then you start understanding the importance of stretching your skin. Sorry for the noise. It's super, super early. The sun's not even up and my wife is already out there moving around. I don't know what she's doing outside, but she's out there making a bunch of noise. All right, mustache area. I'm not going to go against the grain. I'm going to go sideways across the grain on my mustache area. And we'll get it going here. And then I think I'll call it quits there. I don't want to push it. I'm not chasing BBS, especially with the Shavette. I'm not very experienced with it. I'm not chasing BBS, but I'm definitely chasing DFS. Get up on my nose there. Oh yeah, that feels good. Wipe my blade off one more time. Wet my nose right here. Switch hands, and I'm going to come in here. And get that cleaned up. Oh, beautiful. Super intimidating, man. This is so intimidating, but it's exciting. It's so much fun. So I think that's about it. I'm going to rinse off. We'll find out where we're at. Oh, yeah, that feels good. So, you know, I've got a little tiny bit right here and right here that I'm going to grab just because it just feels like it's too much there. This is all great. This is all great. So this right here feels like there's too much there that I'm still going to, that I can still grab with and be safe at the same time. I'm sorry this video is taking so long, but I just wanted to show you guys how I'm doing this. So I'm going to come here, just touch up a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay, that feels good. My hands are a little wet. All right. I'm going to switch hands like this. Oh yeah, it feels good. I think I'm going to stop right there. There's no reason to keep going and starting to chase stuff you don't need to chase. And then you end up cutting yourself. That's good right there. That's a beautiful shave right there. So I am going to... Oh, completely forgot my Alum Block. I'm not even sure where it's at. It's usually right here. But, here it is. I found it. Go over my face with the Alum Block. I didn't even show it earlier. And this too you can get. Whoa, that is a super, super aggressive sting there with my Alum Block. Oh yeah, that is a hyper aggressive sting, I would call it. That is really on fire there. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to work on that, huh? Get that better and better. So I got my Alum Block on my face. Usually wait about 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I'm going to rinse it off right now though, because we're already 42 minutes into this video. It's crazy. But I hope this video was interesting enough to where you guys are still here watching it with me. I noticed I have told quite a bit of people, hey, I started doing this, and man, it takes a long time. I see some guys do these shaves in like 15 minutes. And I'm like, wow, that is just amazing. And you can see they're really moving, but I guess the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and the faster you'll get at it. It's just like somebody working on an assembly line, right? You know, you can learn how to do something on an assembly line in a factory somewhere, and it might take you a while. I'm going to get some of this in my hand. Oh, this is kind of clear. This has like a clear, soupy look to it. Oops, and I'm dropping it all over the place. Dang it, I'm going to need to get some more. And you get used to your technique, you get used to your skill on that assembly line. Before you know it, you're pumping out all kinds of product. Not much of a sting there with that aftershave. Oh, that smells so good though. Oh, that's so good, man. That's so nice. Well, that is a DFS for sure. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a damn fine shave. I do got a little bit right here, but hey, I'm not even going to clean it up with the safety razor because that'll just motivate me to keep trying to get it even better and better. And if I feel it later and I'm like, oh yeah, that's there, that just means I need to get better with the Shavette. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up, guys. I really took way too much of your time. I hope you guys are still here. I hope you guys found this informative. I hope you guys found this entertaining, because it's hard to sit here for this long and watch somebody just ramble on and do this. So anyway, thank you guys so much. If you did like what you've seen, please like and subscribe. We really do appreciate it. Please comment. Let me know if there's any advice you have. You know, what am I trying to say? Criticism, yeah, let me know. That just helps me out too, you know. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Hey, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care of yourselves.